Tell us about yourself.
Okay, my name is Njoroge Njenga. I run a courier company called TNT Express, and I've been in the business for the last 10 years, running the same business. Okay, I'm married to one wife, and I have a son.
What is the nature of your business?
Initially, we were running a messenger service at TMX Express. It was a messenger service where we used to do delivery of mail and parcels around the city center and its environs for the last 6 or 7 years. Then from there, we started doing a bit of transport, where we outsource transport for our corporate customers. Then we have an online shop. It's called a Chap online shop, where we sell goods online and then we deliver to the customer. So that's basically what we do.
What prompted you to get into this line of business?
One of the real passions for starting business is I enjoy trade. That's one, and two, I realized that there was an opportunity in the courier industry. So I jumped out to do it because my background is that I used to work for TNT Express worldwide as a finance manager. So I had I knew the trade. So I saw an opportunity which I jumped into. But the key thing was to be able to even help our economy.
What are the challenges you faced?
Okay, one of the biggest challenges as a startup is of course cash flow. Cash flow is one very big challenge, and two, you're jumping into an environment, a business environment that you're not very familiar with. Yeah, there's also an issue of licenses. Like for example, you need to get a CCK license, which is very expensive at the time, and also there's the issue of the city council license, of course. Then the issue of getting a place, because when I started, I had to be housed by somebody for 2 years. Yeah, I was working in his office, so that's also some of the challenges that we face as we're starting. But the key one is cash flow, because when you go out into business, you're not you have your own business plan, for example, but when you hit the ground, you realize it's a whole different ballgame. So those are some of the challenges I faced in business.
Your current business challenges.
Currently, one of the biggest challenges we're facing in our industry is the dollar rate, because the dollar is not consistent. Two, the rise in the fuel cost, because again it's fluctuating, but it's really gone up, so it affects our transport cost, courier cost, and everything else that goes with it. Three, we have a challenge of the environment. Yeah, because we try to deal with the private sector, but it's also very hard to deal with government, because government rules are so stringent that they don't encourage the SME. So it's for the big boys. That's one of the biggest challenges, and you realize government is one of the biggest buyers of services, goods and services. Hence, that's one of the major challenges we face.
How do you manage the challenges?
You have passion. You enjoy what you do. When you wake up in the morning, is what you love to do, so you do it with everything you have. And then you have a goal, you have an ultimate goal, because one of my goals is to be able to take this company to the stock market. And so the challenge of just coming here every day is a new challenge, developing new products, and just being your own boss is exciting.
What are you looking for when hiring an employee?
One of the major things that we look for when hiring an employee is creativity. We need somebody who's self-driven, creative, and a person who knows what they want. And especially for an SME, what we look for is partners. A person who's willing to work with the challenges that an SME has, but is more creative and is self-driven. That is the kind of person we look for.
What are the high and low points of your business?
See, business is every so often you have the high and the low. Like now when I started this business, we started with a very low capital. Then six months down the line, we got a really big contract with Airtel. That was one of the highs because it sustained us for a while, for like a year. Then after that, we lost that account. It was a really, it was my low point. Then by and by, like recently, we got a good account with the World Food Program. We're doing transport for them. That's my high end, and it's a good account. Then we lost one of our good customers, like Cadbury's. Yeah, so that was my low. But again, basically, sometimes as an SME is when you lose some of your very good staff because of they're going to the blue chips. That was one I lost, and it really affected me.
What are the expansion plans of your business?
The thing is, there's a big opportunity in the emerging market. Africa is a growing market, especially on the East African region. Yeah, Uganda, Tanzania, Southern Sudan, and Somalia. There's a very big opportunity. Hence, we want to expand and have offices in those regions, create partnerships with the citizens of those countries, so that we can be able to move business. Because the business potential in those two countries, especially for our industry, goes to 100 billion and above. So it's a great opportunity to be able to jump to that industry and take advantage of the opportunities. Again, one of the biggest challenges for Africa, we are a great importer. Although now for my business that helps a lot, because as you import, you're able to do clearing and stuff like that. So that's one of the benefits. Yeah, so there's a big opportunity in the market.
What are the resources needed to scale up your business?
One of the things is we need to have a clear path of where we want to go. Like right now, we're working on a 3-year plan, because by the end of the 3 years, we need to achieve a certain milestones. So we have that. Me as a businessman, I've engaged a business coach who actually now takes me through what I'm planning to do, so that it keeps me on check. And then, so again, I've joined various networks. Those networks helps you be able to get many businesses. Those are part of the things that you need to do to be able to grow your business to the next level. But our goal for the next 3 years is to turn over very good, turn over maybe 300 to 400 million a month, or a year, sorry. And by and by we go to the next level. But the ultimate goal, we want this company to go to the stock market, create employment for Kenyans, and not for Africa, not Kenyans. Yes.
Do you think SMEs are important for a country's economy?
They're very key. They're very key, because one of the biggest things about SME is that they create employment. If, for example, you compare a blue chip company, what they are going towards is they are going to a lot of automation, hence reducing employment. But now with SMEs, you create employments by and by, and that is one of the key things. That SMEs are very creative, because every time there's a new thing coming up, hence are the things that take the company to the next level. And you realize every company at one point was an SME. So it's important that we create an environment for the SME to grow and thrive.
Lessons you have learned in the course of your business.
One of the things is to have a clear focus. Focus is very critical, because even in the highs and the lows, once you are clear where you're going, then the things that come to distract you in the way, you don't feel them, because you know where you're going. That's one of the major things you need to have. And then as an entrepreneur, you have to be as creative as possible. Very creative, because you realize the markets are very dynamic. Like now, a good example, like in the past, letter business was very good in our industry. Right now, that business is going. So we need to be dynamic. Look at what are the other opportunities that are in the market that we can take advantage of. So you've got to be very close to the market. You've got to be able to be informed. You've got to read a lot, because then you're able to know what's happening in the market. You need people to have mentors who are helping you. You need to have good relationships with people who can work with you, and very good partners who support your business. That's some of the things that I've learned. And especially for an SME, one of the key things that you must have is a good network, because you don't have a budget for advertising. Hence, the only thing that helps you a lot is using referral method and networking with people. Yeah, so those are some of the lessons I've learned.
Advice for current and aspiring SMEs.
One of the things is to have passion. you need to know what you want to do clearly. And one of the things is, whatever you do, you've got to be able to enjoy it, because when the things are low, what keeps you going is what you love to do. Because, for example, if you're a singer, even if today your CDs don't sell, you'll still sing. So you need to do what you love to do. So, and it's important to identify what you love to do. And once you do that, then you're able to move. And then one of the biggest other challenges for people is fear. So you need to work to deal with your fears, such that when you're organized and you have a good focus and clear of what you want to do, then fear is minimized. Yeah. But then again, you must jump out. If you really want to be an entrepreneur, you need to jump out and believe in yourself and believe in God. Yeah, those are some of the things that I would advise.